Home field advantage. Certainly glad that you've tuned in. And as always, presented by Great Southern Bank. Great Southern Bank with more than 100 locations in 6 states. Great Southern Bank, member FDIC. Also presented by Bambino's Italian Cafe, home of the Tip-Off Club, Quarterback Club, and the Leadoff Club every Monday throughout the year at noon. Come and join us at Bambino's Italian Cafe. We go to St. Louis, Missouri. We welcome back in Webster Groves High School, home of the Statesman and head coach Justin Mathis. And Coach Mathis, we meet again. How are you?
Yeah, good. Great to be back on. Always thankful for everything you guys do for high school sports in the state. So excited to be back with you.
Coach, you guys off to a great start thus far. I mean, about 80% of the way through the season, but 16-5. Kind of tell us a little bit about how the season has gone for the Statesman.
Yeah, as you said, off to a strong start. Hope we've got a lot of goals still to accomplish, but been pretty consistent. One thing I'm proud of this group for is haven't dropped back-to-back games yet this season. So played a really tough schedule in December, opened with a nice win at Father Tolton. Obviously, a very talented squad, difficult place to play. We went on to play Oak Park in December, Mount Carmel out of Chicago. Just really high-level competition. Webster Classic had several really good teams. Went into the holiday tournament at Coaches vs. Cancer as the 3 seed and ran the table and won 4 in 4 days to win that. Beat Columbia Hickman in the semifinals and then DeSmit in the championship game. Both really good games, games that come down to the final possession. That's another thing that I'm happy with this group at. We're I believe 6-3 in games decided by 5 points or less. So closing out games has been a strength for this group, and anytime you've got a winning record, that's probably the case. So went out to Kansas in January for the Bill Hansen Memorial Tournament in Pittsburgh, Kansas. Dropped one out there to the defending Kansas State champ, Blue Valley Northwest. Got off to a slow start, battled back, but wasn't able to pull that one out. So finished third out there, and then we've turned the page recently to conference play, and we're 3-0 in conference play right now with a big date with defending champ Eureka. They got the reigning conference player of the year in Mason Dunlap back. They're playing their best basketball, beat Cape Central in the Charleston shootout last weekend. So a really good test for us on the road Friday night. And, as we finish conference play, that's what you want. That's what you need to get yourself ready for district. So I like where we're at, but hope our best games are still ahead of us.
Coach, you've won 3 in a row here, including against a good Principia team, a very good Springfield Central team as well, and then McClure. What are some things that you feel like you're doing really well right now as a team?
We've been pretty balanced offensively recently. Just guys making the extra pass, being consistent with running offense. I think that's helped us a ton. We've cut down on some turnover issues that plagued us a little bit early in the season. And then, I would say the thing that has traveled with this group from day one has just been the defense. And you mentioned that Principia game. That was just a grinded out battle. 2 teams that didn't give up an inch, didn't give up easy buckets. Every rebound was contested. And then we come back the next day and have to play a Springfield Central team that applied a little more pressure, a little bit more open of a game, full court. But again, for the most part, did a good job taking care of the basketball and balanced scoring wise and just inside, outside, knocking down threes, but also playing in the paint. So like you said, in a pretty good rhythm right now, and that'll be tested tomorrow night. Friday night. But.
Very good. Coach, right now in the season, you guys are relatively healthy?
Yeah, for the most part, like anybody else. We're not 100% right now. You've got some bruises and you're a little banged up along the way. But overall, for where in my 12 years, where we're at right now, I'll take it. I'll take it for sure.
We've got 4 young men there in the room that have been key to your program's success this year. You can start here with Scotty. Tell us a little bit about Scotty, and we'll visit with him.
Yeah, so Scotty Atkinson, a freshman, starting for us, averaging in double figures, second on the team in rebounds and also up there in assists. So having a really strong freshman year for us. Biggest thing out of him is seeing a lot of progress from where he was December 1st to where he is now. So can play either guard spot, runs the point a lot for us, but having a really good season, just a ton of potential, and he's playing well for us, right? So I'll let him talk a little bit more. Scotty Atkinson, freshman.
Scotty, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. So freshman, what's it like coming out of the junior high and coming up into freshman and getting a lot of minutes and starting on the varsity. What's been the biggest challenge?
It's really nice, just adjusting to bigger guys and more physical guys, but I'm I've really adjusted well.
How do you kind of get prepared for a game? What are you doing, throughout the day? What are you going to be doing Friday before you head to Eureka? How do you get mentally and physically prepared?
Just uh, I
You got
really
any,
don't know. Just
you got
Right now,
any,
he's one of those guys we mentioned that's a little banged up. So he better be in the training room on Friday right after
yeah.
school, getting himself ready.
Very good. Very good. Well, Scotty, how do you deal with the nerves? Are you nervous, prior to a game, being a freshman playing on the varsity level?
Sometimes, yeah, but I just kind of let the game come to me and just relax.
And Coach mentioned you play both guard spots. Do you have a preference, or would you rather have the ball in your hand, or maybe play on the other side?
Oh yeah, of course. I always love to have the ball in my hand, but I also trust my teammates. So either one's fine.
And talking about the nerves, are you more nervous at game time or right now?
Probably right now.
No, I get it. Hey, I've only had two people ever pass out during
Well,
that. No, I'm just kidding. Scotty, as you looked at the schedule, coming into the season, were there games that you were really looking forward to playing? Maybe you know someone on the other team, or it's a rivalry game. What were some games you were looking forward to?
uh, Ladue.
Ladue.
I don't. We don't really like Ladue.
Okay.
We're pretty close. We're probably within about 10 minutes of each other. Both public schools, both in the suburban conference. So we see them next week. So that'll be a really good game, I think.
All right. Very good. Hey, well, Scotty, hey, congratulations on a tremendous season here so far. Why don't you introduce the next young man sitting next to you?
This is Holmes, Hanson.
Holmes, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Tell us a little bit about what position you play and what your roles and responsibilities are on the team.
So I play like a wing. I usually run the floor. My roles kind of changed this year. To start the season, I was playing pretty good minutes, and then I got injured, and it kind of wavered. And I had to be more of like an energy guy. I had to bring a lot of energy off the bench. I had to be there for my teammates more than myself for a long time there. And then recently, I've kind of like fell back into that role where I've been able to get the shots I want to get, and I've been able to score at a better clip. So it's kind of changed, but that's part of basketball. I've been adapting to it and stuff like that. So.
Has your role overall changed since you were an underclassman to your senior year? You play a different role now?
For the most part, I've I've kind of worked my way up. I played for the freshman team when I was a freshman, and I'm like one of the only players that still plays in the basketball program that was on that freshman team. So just kind of working my up and like gaining that trust to where now I can play significant varsity minutes as a senior and contribute to this team.
Very good. You mentioned the injury, and I don't need to know what that was, but what did you learn about yourself during that time where you weren't able to play? And maybe what did you learn about the game, kind of looking at it through different eyes?
So for one, I take basketball much less for granted now. I look at every game as like an opportunity instead of like I only have 4 regular season games left in my season, so I definitely cherish them more, and I definitely look at it differently. And also I realize that I can bring something different to basketball that doesn't have to be me scoring or hitting a three in the corner. I'm able to be there for my teammates. I mean, we won that big tournament, and I barely played in it, but I felt like I was there for my teammates the entire way, and I think that was a big reason why we were able to kind of push through some of those hard games. So.
And same question to you: were there games, that you kind of made that mental check mark by on your schedule that you were really looking forward to playing?
For sure. I mean, Kirkwood's our deep rival. We don't like Kirkwood. I mean, I think we don't like Ladue more. We like Kirkwood, but we always look forward to that game. It's a packed game. They have a huge student section. We have a huge student section, and I was really ready for that game. And I went out there and I shot 4 for 4 from 3 that game. So I was feeling good about it.
Very good. Now, as a senior, do you have any plans for next year? I mean, have you made any decisions about what you're going to be doing a year from now?
The goal is to go to Lake Forest College in Chicago next year.
Very nice, very nice. And what led to that? Do you have family, or how did you find that school?
Well, so I was really interested in Loyola Chicago, and then I took a random visit up there and went and watched like a little D3 basketball program and kind of fell in love with it. I really liked the community. It reminded me a lot of home, so that's why I liked it.
Any particular area of study that you're looking at?
I want to be a teacher. I want to get an education.
Oh, very nice. Their background there?
My stepmom teaches, but I have younger siblings, and I've just kind of been around that area, and I just really enjoy and of course, Coach Matt is the best teacher. So.
All right. Well, hey, Holmes, thanks so much. Congratulations on a tremendous season up to this point, and introduce the next young man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. This is Isaiah Purvey. Is our leader right here. It's our captain. Showtime. So, yeah.
Isaiah, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So tell us about your roles and responsibilities and what position you play.
I mean, I really wouldn't say I have a position. I feel like I could play 1 through 5. My role on the floor is just like lead my teammates. I mean, let the game come to me because I mean, I could always go score, but it's like how can I contribute to my other teammates to help them score, and how can I lead my other teammates to make sure we come out with a win.
And Isaiah, you talk about playing 1 through 5. Do you have a favorite position?
I mean, no, I wouldn't say. I feel like, if a guard tries to come guard me, I just post a guard up. If a big tries to come and guard me outside the 3, I just go past them. So I wouldn't say I have a favorite position. I would consider myself positionless.
All right. Now tell us, Isaiah, if you could go back, if you could get in a time machine and go back to the Isaiah Purvey who was an 8th grader, based on what you know now, what advice would you give yourself based on what you know now?
Take the game more seriously. I would say my 8th grade year, I really didn't plan on trying to pursue a career with basketball. And when I came into my freshman year of high school, that's when I actually fell in love with basketball and wanted to go somewhere with it.
And to that, have you made any decision about what you're going to be doing next year?
Yeah, I'm committed to to play basketball next year.
Oh, congratulations! Any particular area of study?
I want to study in history, and maybe become a history teacher one day if basketball doesn't work out in the long run.
Yeah, very nice. That's my degree is in history and physical education, and so I always enjoy. I learned more about history when I was teaching it than I did when I was going to college. It was a lot of fun. Isaiah, hey, congratulations!
Thank you.
Great start, and looking forward to see what you guys do in the future. And tell us a little bit about the next young man sitting beside you.
We got Quincy Williams. I would say the best sophomore in St. Louis, one of the best shooters in Missouri.
Hey, Quincy, how are you?
Yes, sir. I'm good.
Tell us a little bit about what your roles and responsibilities are on the team.
As the guard, more of my role is to facilitate, and just like you said, I'm a shooter. That's what I'm best at, and that's been my role more this year and last year.
Yeah, as you look at the floor, do you have? You don't tell me where it is, but I mean, I'm sure there's enough film on you. But do you have a favorite spot on the floor to get to that you like shooting from?
I love getting to the wings. Yeah, the slide.
Into the wing. All right, very good. So tell us a little bit about your sophomore season. How do you feel like it's gone for you personally?
So different from my freshman year. Freshman year was a lot of ups and downs. I say this year was a little bit more consistent. I shooting the ball a lot more than I've previously done. So I love, yeah. I don't know.
No, that's great. That is great. Tell us a little bit about what you do to kind of get prepared for a game. Maybe in pregame, do you have any? Are you superstitious? Do you have things you have to do? What are you doing to get prepared?
I relax. I love listening to music. That's usually what I do before the game. Just have my AirPods in, headphones, and just listen to music too.
Very good. Very good. Well, Quincy, hey, congratulations on being part of this team. You guys are off to a tremendous start, and hopefully we'll get to visit with you again during the districts and during the state playoffs.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
And Coach Mathis, tell us a little bit, kind of handicap your district a little bit. You kind of got a tough district as I'm looking at it. Number one, where's it going to be played? And right now, who do you feel like are the top seeds are?
I don't know if there's a kind of about it. It's one of the stronger districts in the state in any class, in my opinion. Now, we are fortunate that we get to host it here at Roberts Gym, so we will have some home court advantage. Our athletic director is retiring after 19 years, so he really wanted to host one last one, and we've got a really good senior class. So excited that they get to play the playoffs on their home floor. But it's really good both in terms of quality and quantity. Obviously, you've got 3 teams ranked in the top 5 in the state, and us, Miani, and St. Mary's there at the top. But also, you've got some good depth, too. Clayton just knocked off a really good MICDS team. They've got a good size. Summit's had a good year as well. Windsor has a winning record. So, obviously, there's a couple teams that people are talking about more than others, but it's, I think, quality 1 through 8.
Very good. Well, Coach, as always, I greatly appreciate you guys being generous with your time here today on the Missouri Sports Network as part of our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athletes of the Week. And congratulations on the tremendous start. And again, I hope that maybe throughout the season here as we get into the playoffs, we get to visit again.
Sounds good.
You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. And we'll be right back.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job, so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Get a $500 cash allowance on all 2022 Silverado pickups with a 2.7-liter turbo engine. Plus, unlock your code to claim $500 Chevy CyberCash. Visit ChevyCyberCash.com today.
Imagine a bank that goes where you go, creating seamless solutions for every step in your financial journey, allowing you to manage your money the way you want to, with a banking relationship that makes every day extraordinary. Imagine a world full of possibilities, always within reach. Central Bank. We do banking